Ever walked into an automotive workshop? It looks like a place of pure skill and precision, right? But beneath the hum of all those tools, it's a high-stakes environment with a really critical playbook. Today, we're decoding the official safety rules that keep professionals safe on the job. Let's get into it.
So, here's our roadmap. We're going to start by uncovering some of the hidden dangers that might be lurking in the workshop. Then, we'll talk about building your personal safety shield. After that, we'll learn how to tame the tools and toxins in the environment. We'll also cover the emergency playbook for when things go wrong. And finally, we'll see how it all adds up to a true safety mindset.
First up, the high-stakes workshop. It's about so much more than just the heavy machinery you can see. A modern garage is filled with less obvious risks, and that's precisely why a formal safety code is so incredibly critical.
Think about the dangers you might not see coming. We're talking about the silent threat of high-voltage and hybrid cars, or fuel injectors firing at immense pressure, or even seemingly harmless brake dust that can actually do real damage to your lungs. Add in the ever-present risk of a simple slip or trip, and you can see why professional training isn't just a good idea. It's absolutely essential. So, how do professionals face all these hazards? Well, it all begins with what we're calling their personal safety shield. And the core principle here is simple. The first and most important line of defense is always you.
See, safety is a partnership. It's a two-way street. According to workplace health and safety laws, the employer has to provide a safe environment and the right equipment. But in return, the employee has a huge responsibility to follow the rules and work safely, not just for themselves, but for every single person in that workshop.
A key part of that shield is your PPE, or personal protective equipment. This isn't just a suggestion, it's your professional toolkit. Eye and hearing protection, the right gloves, and safety footwear, these are all non-negotiable shields against specific, everyday workshop hazards. This personal responsibility extends to how you handle things physically. It's about so much more than just lifting with your legs. The professional standard is a three-step process. First, you plan the lift, assessing the weight and your path. Second, you use the correct body mechanics. And third, for anything heavy like an engine, you always use the proper lifting equipment, no exceptions. Now we're going to zoom out from the individual to the environment itself. Taming tools and toxins is all about safely managing the equipment and the chemical substances that are just a daily part of the job.
Here's some essential industry jargon for you. SWL, or Safe Working Load. You'll find this on jacks, on hoists, on axle stands. It's not a suggestion. It's the absolute maximum weight that equipment is certified to handle. The takeaway is simple. Always know the weight of what you're lifting and the SWL of your equipment.
And here's another critical acronym, SDS, or Safety Data Sheet. Every single chemical in the workshop, from brake cleaner to oil, comes with one of these. This is the official guide that tells a technician everything they need to know, the risks, how to handle it, and what to do in an emergency. It's the playbook for every single substance.
And we're talking about materials technicians handle every single day. Each one, from flammable fuel to corrosive battery acid, has its own unique set of rules for safe handling, storage, and disposal. And you'll find all of those rules spelled out in its safety data sheet.
Okay, but what happens when, despite all these precautions, something still goes wrong? That's where the emergency playbook comes in. It's all about having a clear, rehearsed plan for any incident. A standard evacuation procedure is designed for simplicity and speed, especially when you're under pressure. It's 4 simple steps. Hear the alarm, stop work, follow the marked route, and gather at the assembly point. Knowing these instinctively is a critical part of professional safety. And in any incident, whether it's an injury or a fire, your first job isn't to be a hero. It's to identify and contact the designated experts, the first aid officer or the fire warden. They have the specific training to manage the situation safely and effectively.
All right, let's bring all this together. Following rules is one thing, but the ultimate goal is to move beyond the checklist and to build a true culture of safety. This quote from the official training standards says it all. Safety isn't just about protecting yourself. It's a constant awareness that your actions impact everyone around you, your colleagues, and even customers just visiting the workshop. It's an active, ongoing responsibility.
And that brings us to the core question. Is safety a checklist, or is it a mindset? For the professionals working in these high-stakes environments, the answer is clear. It has to be a mindset of awareness, responsibility, and care. Thanks for tuning in.